Hello everyone. Today we are going to see the dependent validation concept. Now let's understand what exactly they mean by this dependent validation. So like on the web page, you have seen that if you have a two drop-down list where one drop-down value if you will select, then according to that in the next drop-down you will be able to see those values. So for an example, in this case, like on a web page, if you have selected any of the brand from the drop down, then related to that brand, you will be able to see the model into this model drop down. So like in this screenshot, you are able to see that if I have selected this brand as a Maruti, then in this model, I'm able to see all the models which are related to this Maruti brand. So now the same kind of a thing we just want to create into the Excel. So which is nothing but known as a dependent validation. So it means my one validation or a one drop-down validation is depending on others. So now let's take an example. So if you have this data set where you are able to see the brand name and you are able to see the models. So here in this Maruti brand, we have all these models. In Tata, we have all these models and so on and so forth. Now, what we have to do is here we have to create the list of all the brands into dropdown. So what we can do is we can perform this data validation concept. So you can go into this data tab and here you will be able to see this data validation. Or you can also use the shortcut key which is Alt DL. If you press Alt DL, you will get this data validation wizard. Now you have to select the list from here, and in this source, I'm going to select this brand name. If you click on a OK, so you will be able to see all the brands which you have are listed into this dropdown. Now my requirement is that the brand list which we have created, if I select any of the brand from this drop down, then here in this model, we have to create a drop down and related to my select model, those related to my brand, those models should be listed into my drop down. So like in this case, if you have selected this Maruti brand, then in this model drop down, all the Maruti related model should be reflect. If you select the Tata from this brand drop down, then in this model drop down, all the Tata related model should reflect. So how you will achieve this scenario? So for this one, you have to select this entire data, then go into formulas and click on create from selection. Or you can press the Ctrl Shift F3 as a shortcut key. Once you will click on this one, you will get this wizard as a create names from selection. In this, you have to uncheck this left column box and just select only this top row and simply click on OK. So through this, we have created the name manager for each and every brand. If you want to check it, you can simply click on name manager and you are able to see that all the brand name are created as a name manager. Now, the next step we have to perform in this model where we have to create this model drop down, select this one, and simply you have to perform this data validation. So click on this data validation or you can press the Alt DL as a shortcut key. Now here you have to select the list and here you have to use one function over here and the function name is indirect. And now you have to select this brand. So I have selected this brand cell which is S7 And now once I will just simply click on a OK. So you can see if you have selected this Tata as a brand, then here in this model, you are able to see all the Tata related models in the dropdown. If you have selected this Maruti from this brand dropdown, then in model, you are able to see all the model related to this Maruti brand. And same, if you select this Toyota, then in model, you are able to see all the models which are related to this Toyota brand. So this is nothing but dependent validation. So in this case, the model is completely depending on my brand. Whatever the brand you will select from the drop down, according to that, you will be able to see this model in the listed. So this is basically the concept of dependent validation. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any doubt, please post your query into the comment box. Thank you so much.